I truly believe women bet on horses. They look down at the field and they're like, which one of these guys are going to win? And some girls, and oftentimes good girls, especially because you're work, they're just going to jump in front of you and you're just going to run them over. And you might end up having I had a girlfriend for like 5 or 6 years in my 20s. She was a bit crazy. And I told her that I was going to have other girlfriends, and she acted like I didn't say it. So I did it, and she'd get mad and just back and forth. But, I was around her a lot. And if I were you, man, I truly mean this. I wouldn't even be looking for a wife right now. There's so much you have to do.
Yeah.
And those guys that get married early, they never achieve what they should have achieved, and it doesn't work because he never becomes the man he could have.
Well, I'll say from my own experience, I didn't truly come into myself until I was probably 28.
Yeah.
Really, I was told
so much.
I was told when I was 18, I started working in real estate, and I was told people are not really going to take you seriously until you're 25. And like 25 is when it starts to happen because it starts to level out in terms of your maturity.
It's like a mental thing about that age too.
Yeah, I think it was just relating to other people in such a way that you couldn't do before the age of 25 because you haven't had the experience. But even me at 25, like I was insecure. I would overthink everything. I wasn't sure of myself.
You didn't have enough experience with women.
No, I didn't.
And you're going to need a lot of experience with women. You're going to need to see how they act. You're going to need to go through relationships, sleep with someone. I mean, I'm not saying you're not doing that, but like experience the different parts of the relationships with the girls. I just wouldn't want to see you get your heart in. And I'll tell you another thing, a guy like you particularly, I'm not trying to be your mentor right now, but I'm just using you for an example.
Go ahead.
A guy like you that's ambitious, that's going to do a lot of good stuff. You might settle for a girl based off the man you are today when you're going way up here. And then that's going to create a whole nother problem for you because the girl you can really get at your maturity, let's say between 33 and 35, is probably going to be substantially better material, probably more beautiful, probably a lot of things better than what you can get today. And I just believe that to be true. And
do you believe though that there's value in having someone come up with you and building that shared thing, not necessarily together.
I think that's a bit more of a pipe dream.
My parents met in high school. My dad was a senior. My mom, I think, was like a junior.
In the 70s or the 80s, bro?
80s.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
hey, I don't really have any rebuttal to that.
Can I have this water?
Yeah, go for it.
Thanks, bro.
I don't drink water. It's just coffee.
He's insane.
It's horrible.
Insane.
It's really bad. That's my one.
He doesn't drink water. I kid you not. He drinks no water.
I do in a protein shake.
Okay.
Just a protein shake, Optimum Nutrition.
I don't know how he survives.
That's wild, bro.
It's
coffee's water.
Here's the thing about your parents, man. In the 80s, your dad might see one woman every now and then in a Walmart parking lot that's beautiful. He can live in the same town with her for the next 20 years and might not see her again.
Right, but now
that's over.
Media, yeah.
It's over. It's over, bro. And on a daily basis, you're going to be getting compared to other men.
So a couple of comments about this whole conversation. I do think that there is some merit in growing up with this person because you don't necessarily want somebody to like you just based off of external factors, such as how much money you have, right?
I think that's such a small component in terms of money because there's always going to be someone else with more money. Always.
Yeah.
Money was the one thing.
I think more internal values, such as, are you an honest person, right?
Yeah.
Are you punctual? Can you rely on this person? Stuff like that are better and stronger foundations to build successful relationships off of, rather than other things that sure could be indicators of those traits, but such as wealth, such as, I don't know, maybe like fancy shoes and stuff like that,
On a scale of 1 to 100, what percentage, based off of where you believe you're going to land as a man, do you feel like you're already developed?
I mean, that's funny because when I was like 19, I thought I was at like 70. And I was just thinking about this a couple weeks ago.
Just like a dickhead 19-year-old.
Yep,
what do you think now?
I hope low. I hope I'm at 30, maybe 20. But realistically, I would say I'm at maybe 40.
And there's a bunch of things that you don't know yet, myself included. I think it's best for a man to try to develop and really get a grip on his life, who he is, what he wants. Because all I want for anybody that either watches my content, or that's my kid, or for somebody I love or a friend, is for them to have choice. And there's a lot of developing to do before you can even get to a place where you actually know what you want in the first place. and what that looks like for you. You're going to change a lot in the next 5 years,
I agree. with that.
astronomically. And what might look good to you today might look horrible in 5 years. And so if you were married, it doesn't really set you up for success. And I think that's why the failure rate is so high. Now, if you were 35 and she was 25, then maybe, you know, you're in the ballpark, but I wouldn't do it until I was in my 30s for sure.
Well, I think some of it is coming into who you are, knowing who you are.
Yeah,
That
1000%.
in itself, I think, makes you attractive to more people, so
Yep.
that you have more options to pick from.
But
And then it's not coming from a place of scarcity. It's
Yeah.
really like, you know, I want to be with you, not because you're the only option, but because we get along together.
But people can also fall for that. At 19, when he thought he was 100% there and his chest was poked out, he can talk like a very confident man who knows what he wants. He sounds decisive. He didn't know it all, and neither did I. And I can tell you right now, I'm still developing as a person. I don't even know what percentage I am. I hope it's less than 70 for damn sure. I hope it's 60. I hope I have a lot of growth left in me. But you at 24, man, you're going to do so many things and you're going to grow so much.